So this is what the job currently looks like. Well, I say currently. This was starting at Monday morning here, and you can see our cut line. We started at the back of this piece of property and working our way out. You can see one of the last rows back here that we used over on the right. You can see the water bars cut into it where it's going down the hill. And you can see where it runs down to this green field down here to that cut line down there. As I'm kind of turning the drone, filming, you'll see here, you can tell those pines that are right in the center of the screen, those are smaller planted pines. And then those pines and hardwood that are coming into view, that's what's still got to be cut all the way back out. You can see the equipment that's coming up. This wood is in the middle of the screen now. That's in an SMZ. SMZ stands for Streamside Management Zone. We don't cut the trees around the creeks. The bigger the creeks or streams or anything like that, the wider the buffer, the wider the SMZ is that we leave. And that helps for erosion control and provides shade for the creeks, for the water in there during our hot summers here, so that whatever life is in those creeks can live. So the big thing about these hills is erosion control, because there's so much water comes off these hills running in there. But you can see this vein of pine and this hardwood. You can see all the gray stuff is hardwood. And if you'll notice, there's a lot of hardwood growing up in this pine stand, and it's like that on all of them. And it comes up, and I mean, it grows, and it grows quick. A lot of it'll be poplar and gum, but a lot of it'll be oak too, coming up in there. But you can see where it's going straight up the middle of the screen, all the way out, about as far as you can see is going to be cut. You'll notice here in a little bit, you'll see some buzzards flying around. There's one right there coming into view. There were several of them all around here. I don't know if there was something dead around there. I kind of followed this one a little bit on the screen. I should have clicked the drone up in sport mode and took off after him. Is what I should have done. Seen what would have happened, because it'll fly at about 45 miles an hour when you flip it up into sport mode. But again, this was Monday morning, and the job don't look like this now. It come in and it got to rain, and this is what we cut right here back in 2018 that you can see. And it has not quit raining since this afternoon about 2:30. We've had some heavy rain. We've actually had some lightning and carrying on like that as this come through. And so I would imagine that there won't be any logging done tomorrow. There's another buzzard flying by right there. But and then they're talking about rain again Friday, I believe, here, calling for a little slight chance. And then it's supposed to drop down Saturday night in the low 20s. It's supposed to be the low. So we're nowhere near spring. We had about 3 or 4 80-degree days in a row last week. Kind of got things started drying out pretty good, and then bam, here comes the rain again and cold temperatures and all. So appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.